We're here. We're live. We're out here. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Quick Stop F1. My name is Nyasha. And you could have been everywhere. Everywhere? You could have been anywhere in the world. But you're here with me. I appreciate that. As we do a live stream in preparation? In preparation? We're waiting for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Big up V Speed. We are back. We're trying to do it. Trying to be a normal F1 content creator who makes content. That's the plan. That is the plan. So we'll see. Hello. Welcome one and all. Hungarian Grand Prix, one of my favourites, I'm not going to lie, one of my favourites, probably because of all the success that Lewis Hamilton has had in Hungary. So much success, so many wins, particularly though, I think 21 was definitely, I think, my favourite. I think he won in 21, I'm pretty sure he won in 21. The two-stop strategy one. That was a good one. Lost GP, hello, V-Speed. I'm good. I feel good. Feeling refreshed. Got my water. You know? Ocon 121. Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry. 19 is the race I'm thinking of. 19 is the two-stop strategy one. Thank you for reminding me. Ocon 121. Ocon was... Oh, God. Lights out for Lewis Hamilton only. God. Oh, God. Do you remember that? What a joke that was. Eh? And we were all just there like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Literally the worst. He nearly won that race, though. Like, if it wasn't for Alonso, he probably wins that race, right? Which would have been insane to come from the back through to first, which shows you just how good Lewis Hamilton is, and I guess just how quick that W11 was, right? Ali, how's it going? Wait, only F1 content. I'm sorry to keep you guys starving and left without F1 content whilst I was away. But I'm back. SLM Don Dada. What are you doing? What are you saying? How's it going? Welcome, guys. I am actually low-key. Okay? Hands up. I think that Lewis Hamilton is getting a podium this weekend. Book it. I said it. Podium this weekend. Huh? I think it's happening. I've got fucking hope in my heart. They dragged me pillar to post. Just for saying, don't talk to my goat. Don't talk to my goat like a prick. He's going to show him this weekend. I think it's going to happen. Look, I might have jinxed it. And I'm sorry if I did. But look, you've got to be like confident, right? You've got to be confident about these things. You can't I'm not going into this weekend with the fucking, like, do you know what I mean? I've been away. I don't know how you, man, have been dealing with the season, right? It's not been great. Knock on wood, it will be fine. But let me tell you now, there's hope in my heart. There's fucking vision in my eyes. And I'm saying this weekend, Lewis Hamilton is getting on that podium. Huh? And do you know what's going to be so good about the Lewis Hamilton podium this weekend. And I'll tell you what will be good about the Lewis Hamilton podium this weekend is that we're going to have all summer break to just like luxuriate in it, to bathe in it, to bask in it. Oh, it's going to be glorious. I'm telling you. Guys, walk with me. Take my hand. I've got something to show you down the road. Down a Hungaroring straight. And you know what that is? That's a Lewis Hamilton podium. Huh? You gotta believe, guys. We've got to believe. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Chaos Druid, how you doing? Every Veta, sorry. How you doing? V, I know you love Brad. He's a great guest. We're going to try and get Brad on once a month. Which would be good, especially like when there's times when there's no one better than Brad at breaking down like driving, you know, the driving aspect of F1, you know, whether that's like, you know, when we're talking about the mechanical braking or when we're talking about like moves that are made and talking about regulations and how like, you know, the driver mentality, I guess, in those moments. I don't think there's a better content creator in the world that isn't working in Formula One that can give that insight. I genuinely believe that. So to have that available to us as an independent platform, I think is just is really sick. So I'm glad you guys like him on the show. Another wet race could help him if they let them race. Guys, let these guys race. Especially, look, we've seen, again, Hungary, mixed conditions. Could be good, could bang. Gotta let them race. Like Ferrari in the wet, though, not great. But the Ferrari and Lewis in changeable conditions. Cash money! Cash money! So, we'll see. But I'm excited. If you're in here, by the way, like the video, please, so we can get more people to see it. So much appreciated on that, guys. But I believe. Sarcastic non-blonde. Glad to see you back. I miss Tandy. I miss Tandy. I haven't spoken to Tandy. We haven't had a podcast. Oh God, since April, I think. Maybe was the last podcast me and Tandy did together. So, or like beginning of May, end of April, beginning of May. So yeah, I miss Tandy too. So yeah, thank you to all you guys who liked the video. So I just seen all the lights go up. Thank you, much appreciated. Do I think they'll let them race? Well, this is the thing. I think they will. The problem with F1 is, you know what I will say about this, I can't remember his name, you guys probably know his name, but the race director that we have at the moment, and I think it's good that I don't know his name, because that means that we're sort of happy with what we've got as a product at the moment. I think that I think he's good in that he listens to the drivers. I think we've had race directors where they've just not listened to the drivers, or like, you know, they were overworked or whatever. And obviously Charlie. Was it Charlie? I think with this guy, what happened was maybe the racing went on when it shouldn't have in Silverstone. Then because there was backlash to that, he was overly cautious in Spa, and so they'll have a meeting today, and hopefully they'll be able to find a middle ground where, you know, yes, it's race, you know, yes, there's spray, and yes, it's wet, but, you know, let's have some racing in the wet. Let's at least have a period of time when they're on intermediates in the wet, and it's not just a case of like a few laps, right, bang, wet tires. Like, do you know what I mean? Or dry tires, sorry. So I think in that sense, I think hopefully there'll be lessons learned, and we'll be able to go from there. How's Teddy? Teddy, I don't know, I think I told you guys this. Teddy is my son, obviously. I co-parent my dog with my ex. So he kind of travels between London and Manchester. So he's with his mum at the moment. Hopefully I want to try and get him next month. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get him next month. I haven't had him for like 2 months, so I miss him greatly. But yeah, that's why Teddy isn't here, basically. And it's weird. Everyone says it's weird, but you know, I'm not letting go of my dog, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? My dog as well. I'm not just gonna fucking. You've seen Teddy as well, gorgeous. I'm not just fucking giving up Teddy. Let's be guided. Patrick! Big up Patrick, big up Patrick. Welcome. The brakes as well. God, everyone's saying that Lewis was lying about those brakes is what led to me getting cooked. But it's true. Hopefully, Lewis will have a much better time on the brakes, you know, feeling comfortable. He looked pretty comfortable in the race in Spa, making all of those overtakes, you know, before he got shacked up behind Alex Albon. So I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good, to be honest. Like, yeah, I think I'm confident. Like, I mean, and I feel like it's important to, like, for me, like, I go into every race weekend thinking something can happen. And I think that's what happens when your driver's the greatest driver of all time. You know? I've seen rabbits pulled from hats. I've seen victory snatched from the jaws of defeat. I've seen miracles happen before my very fucking eyes. I've seen rain come down at the most opportune time. I've seen strategies that shouldn't work. I've seen tires blow up and a car finish in first place on 3 tires. I've seen a driver drive around a circuit which is oily and has everyone spinning off on slick to medians. I've seen it all. Who are you to look at me and not believe in miracles and not believe in my driver? That's insane. I go into every weekend, if the car's shite, if he's feeling a lack of confidence, if the weather conditions aren't great, give a fuck. You know what I mean? And there's nothing Twitter, there's nothing fucking any YouTuber on this platform could say to me to make me not feel that way. Like, do you know what I mean? So I feel confident. I feel like if there's anywhere where something out of the blue is going to happen, I think it's a Hungarian. And maybe I'm wrong. Look, I've been wrong before. Trust me, I've been wrong. But there's no reason why I can't be right. Even when I'm wrong, I could be right. You know? That's how I look at it. Like when I'm right, oh, where is that? What is that from? Is that in fucking Get Rich or Die Trying? I think Terrence Howard says something like, when I'm right, but even when I'm wrong, I could be right because I know that I could have been right when I was wrong. Something along those lines. Which is a grand way of saying, I believe my own bullshit. I'm buying wherever I'm selling. Cash in hand. High off my own supply. Best believe. Trust me on that. Trust me, daddy. That strat call at Spa, chef's kiss. Look, again, and I think, like, honestly, I think I've got more trust in Ferrari strategy than I did with Mercedes post Vowels, even with Vowels. But post Val's Mercedes strategy was awful. Like, awful. So bad. So bad. That actually, other than a couple of instances this season, early part of the season, I think the strategy's been pretty much bang on between Lewis and Ferrari the whole time. So I am not, pardon me. So I am not, yeah, I think it was a really good strategy calling the Spa. And I think that's something that we can, I don't want to say rely on, but they've done well at maximizing strategy, bringing him in when he needs to be brought in. You know, we haven't had like a long overcut yet. I could be wrong, but we haven't had like the classic, like, I don't think there's been that many two-stop races, to be fair. And a lot of the one-stops have been a bit like, maybe that wasn't the right strategy. But, you know, we've not had, you know, one of, maybe a couple, but like one that I can really remember of like going onto the harder tyre and then for a long period of time and then coming through on the soft. I think maybe one race, but yeah. Monaco, there you go. Silverstone was a fuck up. Hulk started 19th and beat us to a podium, but Hulk started 19th and beat a lot of people to a podium. Like, let's be honest. Like, you know, I would say, yeah, it was disappointing, definitely, but I think Silverstone was like, I don't know, maybe I need to watch Silverstone again. I don't think that was a massive error. But maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't think it was a massive error. Hey back. How's it going? So yeah, Lewis was putting on a masterclass in Iranian Spain. Yes, he was. So like I said, let's talk about Ricky. Oh, Ricky. Adami. So I think if I was to grade Lewis's engineer this year, in terms of, I guess the only thing we can base it on is, I guess, strategy and communication. Right? Because I guess, you know, the race engineer feeds into the strategy, and not that he's the decision maker in that, but he feeds into the strategy. And then the communication. And if I was going to give a grade, I would say I would give him like a B minus, maybe a C plus, maybe a C plus. C plus. I think I give him a C plus. I don't think it's good enough for a B. I think I give him a C plus. I think the communication has improved only because the floor was in fucking hell. Like, the floor was in fucking hell for communication. Thinking back to Australia, thinking back to some of the other races where just the communication's off. I'm thinking back to, I think even last week, where Lewis was like, am I out? Like, you know, why? Like, and it's just like, I think at first he was talking way too much. Lewis said, I don't want to talk that much. Now I don't think he offers enough, like sometimes, where there needs to be more information. But I think that's the thing. Same thing we're talking about with the race director, right? Like, sometimes you have, like, when new people come in, you will have, like, extremes as you start to kind of come across your equilibrium, and then hopefully at that point things start to get a bit better. But yeah, I'd say C plus. I don't think it's It's nowhere near as bad as it was before. Could be better, but it's only been 10 races, 11 races, 12 races, 13 races, 13 races. Yeah, 13 races. So, it's just fucking. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, I don't think it was ever going to be perfect after the relationship he had with Bono. And let's not forget, with Bono, there were things that were happening with Bono that, I don't think it was a perfect relationship. I think there was times with Bono we needed more information. Belgium last year, I think Bono dropped the ball big time in that instance. So I just think there's loads of different characteristics. Everyone has their own idiosyncrasies and strengths and weaknesses, and I think Lewis and his engineer are working on them together. I guess that is how I would describe it. Ricky's very hit and miss. Yeah, I would say so. Mo, welcome back. Yeah, I know. Consistency, that's the word of the day. Sesame Street, consistency. That's all I want to do from the end of the season. Nothing but the good stuff. So yeah, 100%. Yeah, consistency for sure. London girl, welcome back. Welcome back. Mostly missed last GP. So yeah, AJ, it's not that hard though. Just tell him what he needs to be faster, where he's losing, where he's gaining, just be consistent feedback in general. It's not that hard though. I don't know. I think, yeah, I think you're being. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're. I think. Look, it's not. I think it's in a simplistic way. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? But it's such a technical sport. And sometimes the drivers want to hear it, and sometimes the drivers don't. So I think sometimes, it'll be difficult to do that. New performance engineer will make a difference. I think so. I think that's it. And again, this is it, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Maranello. And I think with Lewis getting this new performance engineer, obviously bringing Angela on board, I think, it was never going to be like a plug and play situation where he went straight from Mercedes into Ferrari and everything was super comfortable. I think he's going to be building the relationships with the engineers, the relationship, maybe building out parts of his own team. Obviously, it's like a lifestyle change as well, being based out of Maranello instead of the UK, and all the culture and all of these things. Like, it's completely different. So I think it will take time. This season, essentially, this season. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as everyone makes it out to be. I think that's what like. He scored 44% of the points Ferrari have scored this season. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's bad. Like, it's not great. It's not good. We want more. But in terms of, like, the way people are making it out like he's having, like, the worst season ever. Like, he's failing to get into the points. Like, I don't think this car is bullshit. And I think, of course, I think Leclerc's been on a podium 4 out of the last 6 races or something. Like, God, I think that's when it starts to ramp up. Right? Okay, the car is capable of podiums, right? But in all honesty, it's only ever like one place on the podium anyway, because, the McLarens are so good. So I think that's the next step, is obviously trying to get as close to Charles in qualifying so that he's able to be in a position where he's fighting for podiums off the bat rather than coming back from like 6th, 7th. I think that's going to be the main issue. I think that's going to be the main thing for Lewis, for sure. Charles sacked Xavi. Lewis can definitely get someone like Jean Clear. he is there already, no? In like a higher position, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Bono's allegiance sliding Mercs who stopped in a rock and a hard place. We'll never really know what happened in those Merc final years. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get back into it, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I feel like some shit went on that we don't know about. I can't remember how I described it last year, but basically I think I was saying that like I don't know, I think I said it on a podcast with Cameron where I was like, it was, as much as they tried to make it out to be, it wasn't a like, it was an unceremonious divorce which we watched play out in front of us. And that would have affected Mercedes and that would have affected Lewis. And I think it's just, you know, to look at last year, and I think if you take it at face value, fine, but I think it's deeper than what we saw. I don't think that's like a mad thing to say, to be honest. I think that's pretty accurate for me. Right. I think by tomorrow, I'm going to have the timing boards up. Well, maybe FP2. I'm going to have the timing boards up. So apologies I don't have them today. Well, now. But the next session, I think I'll have the timing boards. So I'm on Now TV. Oh, wait. Is this behind? Oh, my God. So mine is just like on the adverts now. So I'll let you know once I'm online, and then we'll go from there. What I need is to set up the TV so then I've got it live and it's not like delayed, because obviously the stream is always going to be behind. But look, building blocks, guys, building blocks. Okay, this is what it looks like now. Trust me. Like, tomorrow will look different, and then tomorrow will look different, and then it's gonna be building blocks. Right, what are you man saying in the chat? I'm just fucking talking to myself. Oh my God. Oh God, be nice. It's just retracting all these messages. Adama seems rigid. Yeah, he does seem a bit rigid, doesn't he? John Elkin's there today. Oh, very nice. Mary, how's it going? I have a good feeling as well, Mary. I have a good feeling as well, no doubt. Reinhardt, how's it going? One thing is people are so used to seeing Lewis dominate that something that would be a good season for somebody else, they look at as a failure for him, which is not true, but it's the way people process it. Yeah, I think I really agree with that. 100%, 110% on that. I think it's, yeah. That's all we're gonna say. I know it's time, mate. I'm just waiting. I think I'm waiting for my stream. It's still on the adverts. At the moment, I've got a fucking. What advert is this? Is this KFC? What advert is this? It's a co-op advert. Fucking hell, bruv. Oh my God. Is that a co-op advert? F1 TV. I know. Basically, I've got a VPN as well. I've got a VPN. I know. Mo, you're right. I need to, maybe over Christmas, I'm going to fucking just get F1 TV, to be honest. What's annoying is that, like, it's like you pay for, like, anyway, let me not. Rage bait. I mean, look, we've seen what happened this week with me. Like, I just think people are absolutely fine with the idea of, like, people making up lies about Lewis Hamilton, but, like, God forbid you say that Charles Leclerc isn't a Ferrari legend yet, and it's just like, fucking hell, what are we supposed to do, right? Lost GB, we have to build this shit brick by brick. Oh, here we go, it started. Oh my God, there was an advert, and the shit is 3 minutes in. The fuck is going on Sky Sports, bruv? Oh my God. Right. My timing is at 57:15. That's where I'm at. I'll put it in the chat. I'm on 57 minutes. Right. So that's my... I've got multi-viewer. I've got multi-viewer. So I'm like... I'm going to use multi-viewer to then get the timing thing on here and the race tracker, and it will look like... So that way you can track where I'm at and everything and whatever. So it'll be... Trust me, I'm going to try and do that. I've got timings ready to go. I'm just like... I'm waiting. I'm not waiting. I was a bit scared to I'm trying to just see if it will not be laggy or whatever with the system I've got with my laptop, which should be fine. But I didn't want to go all in with the multi-viewer and OBS and everything and then my fucking shit be laggy again. So I was like, okay, let me just go on now so we can do this and then you get me. Oh yeah, obviously let's not broadcast the F1 TV stuff. Now YouTube was thank you, Mary. I appreciate you with the sub, probably because I wasn't about. So yeah, Barry Hart for quality. Guys, I will do Barry Hart. Barry Hart will be back. I just want it to be better, basically. So I've got some green screen coming and it's gonna be cool, but I just want it to be a bit better, and then I'll bring him back. Don't worry. Also, I need to build up the platform again, and people recognize that it's me, and then it works better. Because then people just think that Barry is the main guy, and I'm the main guy. Right, Team Radio. Break feels a bit long and spongy from George. Right, let's have a chat then. What do you guys think about the whole George Russell, Max Verstappen thing? What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel? How do you feel about George? Okay, you know what? I've got a question for you, man. Do you think that George Russell is going to win a world title at Mercedes? Taking into account they are going to have the best car next year. Let's say they're going to have the best car next year. Do you think George is going to win the title next year? Because that's what we are looking at. Norris goes fastest, 10th ahead. Where's Lewis? 6th. Oh, okay. Don't care for either of them, but like hearing the drama. Fair. I think George wasn't tripping at all. He knew if Max went to Merc, Red Bull is wide open. Yeah, he seemed very comfortable with everything, didn't he? He seemed very, very comfortable. So I think that's fair. Naturally, hell no, Woody, not a chance. We'll see. If it's not Woody, then it'll have to be Antonelli. So we'll see. George gives off always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Well, look, as someone who has been a groomsman 5 times, I can understand that. And look, as we say all that, Russell goes 0.3 quicker than everyone else. So is this going to be one of those weekends where Mercedes just have it together for no particular reason? They just got a good car. Who knows? No, Merc based the car around George. It's not good. Fair, well, but it could be. The engine regulations could be good. Do you know what I mean? So you never know. Teddy, no. Just no. The whole thing with George Russell is a little bit perplexing because he's having a good season and people are talking about him getting the boot now. It looks like everyone's going to stay put. Yeah, looks like everyone's going to stay put. I think that's the way it's going to go, really, isn't it? There's not really much. Everyone's kind of waiting to see what the new regulations are saying. And then I guess, people will be hankering to get into the quickest cars based on that, or get rid of drivers based on performance. So I guess we'll see. J Starship, how's it going? Dutchies, oh my god, how's it going? Thank you so much. I give you a heart. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Glad you're back. Yeah, you need to be Barry Hart. Okay, I'll bring him back next week. I promise. I promise. I'll bring him back at some point. I need to find the wig. I've got the glasses here. God, they've got dust on them. Fucking hell. So yeah, we'll see. Sainz and Albon. Fucking hell. So I'm just listening to Jamie Chadwick. Does anyone know what tyres they brought this weekend? Is it like yeah, that time on a hard tyre from Sainz, bloody hell. Yeah, do you reckon, did they say it's like, see, probably like the softest ones really, isn't it, if it's Hungary? Hello. Yeah, I think if we can get some two-stop, the thing is with Hungary, yeah, what I like about Hungary, difficult to overtake, but if you can get some two-stop action, C3, C4, C5, thank you, yeah. So I feel like they've gone with the softest ones. If we can get some two-stop action, that's where the fun is, really, isn't it? So I'm like very much of the opinion that it could be a good race. Look, I think, you've heard how I feel. Sky Sports crapped out. Like, I hope everyone, was that the same one for everyone? When the adverts are going and it was just like, making me think my fucking stream's like 5 minutes behind. The thing with Barry was he was used too much to me. Don't tell me he was used too much. That was my thing. I think that was my thing as well. So I want to go to like once a week with like a studio and make it like a show rather than like every day. It's tiring trying to be Barry every day. Listen to my voice now. And then you hear the Barry Hart voice. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to save my voice. And look, Barry Hart loves you guys. So yeah. Thoughts on Fred staying with the team? Oh! 4 tenths off. 5 tenths off. But looking okay. I didn't see any of that lap. Fred. I think Fred Vasseur staying is good. I think the worst thing that could have happened is Fred Vasseur coming into the team, trying to make changes, putting in processes, building the 2026 car, and then not being allowed to be the team principal for the 2026 car, bringing someone else in. They want to do their processes, whether that's Horner, whether that's someone else. I just don't think that's really the one. I'm going to see if I can get Lewis Hamilton on board on multiplayer going now. I cannot do it. I need F1 player, motherfucker. So yeah, like I feel as if I'm going to be like super honest, it's going to be really important for him next year that Ferrari are competitive, that they're at least fighting for wins. It doesn't have to be like every race, like, Red Bull 23, but it's got to be, they've got to be in the fight from the beginning. Otherwise, Horner's there and Ferrari, like, they'll want to take him, or they'll try and, promote from within. The thing is, I don't think there's anyone within that they could really put in that I can see. But Andre Stella would be the one. But he's already, he's smashing it, McLaren. Why would you, the sentimental nature of it, like maybe he'd want to move, but it's a tough one, mate. The track evolution on this track is ramping up. You can already see like a little. Did it rain? there's already like a line. Like, I don't know, like, did it rain before today? But like, yeah, these track times are like ramping up every time someone goes around. Leclerc's just put in a purple section, the first sector, green in the second sector. Let's see what he's got. Coming round the last corner. Leclerc. Fucking hell, 4 tenths off. That fell away in the last sector there, didn't it? Yeah, so I think Vasseur needs to stay, personally. If it was up to me, I think he would stay. I think he would... and also for Lewis as well, like he made a big John in the garage. Oh gosh! I think Fred Vasseur made a very big decision to bring Lewis Hamilton into the team. And I think if you're going to make that investment in Lewis Hamilton, then getting rid of the guy that brought him to the team, I don't think is the correct decision. So yeah, risk of thunderstorms. Fucking hell. Wow. So they're saying... So I was listening to Lewis. Wow, so Lewis asking where the main losses are to Norris, being a second behind. He's been told 5, 8 and 9 are the main losses. So that's insane. Mary, thank you so much, man. Honestly, like, I really appreciate when anyone does that. It's weird. I'm still not used to it, so thank you. Fred's getting an extension. He has to bring home championships, and I hope Ferrari listen to Lewis about next year's car. Well, you'd think so, right? I think by all intents and purposes, Lewis's DNA is going to be in next year's car. Obviously, Lewis big sideways. Sorry, Lewis. George big sideways. Wowee. But yeah, I think that basically when you kind of like break it down, they brought Lewis in to be, a leader of sorts, to provide feedback, and you would hope that next year there'll be things on that car that Lewis will be able to kind of input and make sure that it's as easy to drive. But yeah, getting back to that weather report, they're saying thunderstorms on Saturday. So could there be just like a lot of waiting around and seeing? Let's see, we don't know. But my God, like, we will see. We will see on that regard. Not sure if... Oh, yeah, it was raining. Last time it rained on a Saturday. I can't remember the last time it rained on a Saturday. Oh, wait, was there not a session where it rained on, like... It rained on a Saturday and it fucked everything up. I can't remember. Maybe it's not even this season. I have an awful memory. So I race to race. I remember certain things, but not everything. High chance of rain on Sunday. Yeah, I think they're saying Sundays it's definitely gonna rain, basically. So again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Valtteri Bottas in the garage. It's so weird, like. I feel like he'll definitely be on the grid next year, but also like maybe he won't be on the grid. I feel like Cadillac are flirting with everyone. Max Verstappen goes 4th, 5.5 tenths off. I feel like Valtteri Bottas kind of like flirting with. I think I've seen that they talk to Drogovic. I feel like they're talking to Bottas. Perez. I think they said they wanted an American driver in there at some point as well, so who knows? Who knows? Mary, thank you again. Lewis Rain and at Hungary, Lewis for pole and win. I think so. I think something good can happen this weekend. I personally. Saturday, Miami. Yes, that is the one. Yeah, didn't it fucking pour down? Wasn't it like torrential rain? Am I correct in that? I can't remember, but I do remember them saying like, if it rains, it's gonna be pretty torrential rain um, in Miami, and that made it quite exciting. Actually, to be fair, that was like quite a good session. Um, Nico's putting they should scoop him up from Sauber, mate. Nico might have lucked into. I mean, look, Audi making their own engines, I think, obviously. So they've committed to this formula and they've committed to these engines. You would think that, driving for a works team in Audi, Nico Hulkenberg, you never know. You never know. Maybe Audi they might ace it. Probably not. Probably still be a team that's quite far back, but you never know. You never know. It's insane that Carlos Sainz didn't take that drive. Like, I don't know what he thought. Like going to Williams, I don't know. I don't know why he would go to Williams. Like that's insane. Although I say that Albon is currently second on hard tires, so second on hard tires. You'll take that. Leclerc is absolutely gunning for it. Fuck me. Purple first sector, purple second sector. Charles Leclerc, 2 tenths up. Yeah. At what point do you start getting excited? I mean, that's good. I feel like the times are going down and down and down though. God, how many times do we need to see Charles's girlfriend? Oh my God. It's insane. I would hate. It must be mad, like being in the garage. You're just looking up at a screen, and then it's just like your face, and then you're like, do I react? Do I not react? Do I look at the camera? Do I smile? Like, it must be mad. But like the first time it happens, it must be quite cool, right? But then when like you're just there every week, and every week. Like the camera will pan on you, and like you don't want to do something every week, like So yeah, it would annoy me. Sainz looked stupid for refusing the heavy bag Audi through him. He thought Williams would be a stepping stone, only for Alex to absolutely slap him. It is a bit tight. Jordan, Sainz's high performance episode. He explained why he chose Williams. It was mainly due to the personnel at Williams. It reminded him of Zach Brown, Stella, etc. at McLaren. Fair play. I'll actually watch that. I need to watch more like F1 driver interviews, F1 like long form media of F1 drivers outside of F1. Normally though, it's just quite sometimes I find sometimes I find it like quite PR-y, like like I don't. So like sometimes you'll watch them on these things and you feel like you don't actually learn that much because I guess because we're so in this sport and we're constantly looking to find information. We're fed stories about these guys from the moment they step into the sport. So you see them on certain channels like Diary of a CEO or High Performance, and you're just like, how much more can I actually learn? So, but that's a really good tidbit, to be fair. That essentially, it was a team environment thing. I wonder if Mattia Bonotto, I don't think he was confirmed at Audi by the time Sainz made the decision. Was Mattia Bonotto there last season? He was, right? It surprises me if he was there that Sainz, I guess, didn't see comfort in that. Even though Mattia's not team principal, he's still obviously he's he's CEO, I think, or he's whatever's above team principal. So I think it's Binotto was already there. Yeah, so I'm surprised. I'm surprised that that wasn't like uh, a positive outcome. So no, I'll definitely check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. My brain is fried. Like, what the fuck? I can't talk. They have a thing for mums as well. They're always showing the mummies, always showing the mums in the paddock, in the garage. And bless them, it must be mad having a kid who's a Formula One driver, man. Like, you'd fucking hope so after all the money they probably have to put in. So, big up those guys. With Makeys in and actually treating Nicky as second driver with actual upgrades, I wonder how detrimental it would be for Max. Oh God, Lewis ninth. The car doesn't feel. God. When will it end, Robbie? Interesting. The car doesn't feel good. It'd be interesting to know what that means. But like you say, it's just practice. It's just practice. The season is a write-off. Like, let's not fuck about. Like, the season is a write-off. We're just looking for moments now, right? We're looking for our Hungary pole 2023. We're looking for our Silverstone 24, our Belgium result of 24, if not the actual race and how that turned out. That's what we're waiting for. And also it's FP1, right? Currently, Charles Leclerc, having gone purple not too long ago, is fucking 0.6 of a second pretty much behind Norris. We've got two Williams on hard tyres a second off. So we're still like we're still, how would you describe it? We're still in the early stages of practice, right? So we can't get too into it. That's what practice is for. In the words of Alan Iverson, it's practice. It's practice, and the track is rubbering in as well. So let's see how that all goes. But yeah, interesting times. Keep the faith, we definitely will. Delirium and copium. Look, that's all we have. Like, you've got to have copium. You've got to have delirium. You've got to go like, it's feast or famine with Team LH. We don't do anything by half measures, and that's why I love us so much. So that's absolutely fine. They're running two different rear wings too, so I wonder which one they'll be picking. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But I think the thing is, I think we all know. Look, Lewis is currently pretty much like the best part of a second off his teammate. I think we all know going into Q1 on Saturday, that's not going to be the case. So I just think, I just think we've got to keep the faith, and it's only practice. You can't get too like, it's half an hour into FP1. Like, really and truly, we don't know what we know for a fact that the Williams aren't going to be up there. We know Piastri, I mean, he's currently on his outlap now. Let me get the timings up. So I just think, that we'll be I think we'll be better off by the time we get to Q1. And I don't think that's copium. I just think that's, I just think that's facts. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's facts. We've got a yellow flag on track. Whoa! Who's that? Nico? It's Aaron. Oh, Aaron. Oh dear. Practice. We're talking about practice, man. That's my impression. But he, like, it's practice. Like, let's not get into it too much. As Aaron's pulled up on the side there, and also Djokovic in old man Alonso. Give it up, bro. Alonso, it's time to go. Respectfully, you're an old man. You've got muscle strains. Your back probably cracks as you get out of the bed in the morning. Huh? Give it up. Let the young bucks come through. Be a manager full time. The whole world is out there for you. Like, brother. Also, like, fucking, what is Lance Stroll as well. Aston Martin is definitely sick note FC, bro. Like, these man love falling off bikes, fucking love breaking things, aching things. Oh, I don't feel well today. I don't think I'm gonna get in the car. Like, they're like the only team who consistently use their reserve driver. Like, it's insane. But no, get well soon, Fernando. Get well soon. Get well soon. As we have the VSC ending now. 30 minutes to go in FP1. Yes. I think we'll see. The Max Yuki situation. I'm interested to see who they're getting in next season. I feel like that's been really quiet. Like, if they're not extending Yuki Tsunoda's contract, I don't know, maybe that changes. Maybe Yuki's been given a new lease of life now. But, like, I'm interested to see who gets the second Red Bull. That's a big fucking... That's a big seat. It's a big fucking seat. And I know for sure that a lot of people are wondering, like, I mean, maybe now with Horner gone, do they go back in for Sainz, I guess? I don't know. It's an interesting one. Like, surely are they going to, like, bring in Hadjar? Is that too soon? Like, I don't know. Am I bugging that they're just not talking about the second Red Bull seat? Or, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a really big thing. That we're just going to, like, I guess we'll wait. Why does Alonso never get the seat Lewis does? I can give you one reason! Huh? No, we all know why. We all know why. And, you know, I'm... You know? The fuck else am I going to say? And the thing is, like, I don't actually think he's done a bad job this season. I mean, I don't think he's been good. I think it's been his worst season for a while. But yeah, I don't know. I think he is declining, but no one's allowed to say that. It's weird. It's weird. Gabriel being managed by this old man. I don't think that should be allowed. I've said that plenty of times. I don't think a driver should manage another driver on the grid. I think that's insane, to be honest. Like, but there you go. Is Lewis running lower downforce rear wing? His tyres are digging more than Charles. Also, Lewis takes far too much out of his tyres in the first 3 laps. Charles treats FP's long run practice before quick laps. I think he was just unhappy with the car in general anyway. So I think he's on an out lap now. On my timing anyway, so I'll be interested. I need to get the F1 page up so I can get fucking timing stats. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's still early days with regards to today, we've still got FP2. And we've got another 25 minutes of this or so. So let's see. Patrick, look, I'm an old man as well. I don't know. While I was saying that, I was like, I'm closer to 40 than 30. Like, I'm getting there. I am getting there. See the lines there? See the lines there? The fucking hairline? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting there. Don't worry. Who would want a second seat? I know. Who the fuck would want that? Like, respectfully. They're not talking about a second Red Bull seat because they're still trying to feed Yuki, hope that he'll retain it. Sad, but I hope he ends up signing that contract. I hope so too. I hope they've come back and now Horner's gone. And I hope he said, look, I'm going to give you a chance to show what you can do and go from there. I mean, currently he's only 0.3 off Max. Again, we're at practice. Let's watch this Lewis Hamilton lap. First sector on softs. Ooh, sexy. Aha! He's gone quickest, but Leclerc behind him also has beaten that time. And here we go. I wish we had a Leclerc. Oh, Leclerc's ahead. Is he? Oh, yes, yeah, Leclerc's further up the road. Sorry, still getting used to this. Lewis not far off the crowd. 0.057. So it's all about the final sector now. Clearly, Leclerc is about to go fastest. Okay, 1:16.791. 285. I mean, to the point, be nice you were making there. So, we're looking at a situation where it looks like maybe those rear tyres towards the end, trying to keep those rear tyres in for the whole lap. I think you're looking at him on that lap against Charles, pretty close first sector, pretty close second sector, and then, 0.285. Pretty much all of that coming in the final sector. Williams, what is going on here, bruv? Like, this pace. I mean, look, but Max Verstappen only done a time 0.5, pretty much slower than Leclerc. So I do think we're in for it could be a bit of a banger race this weekend if practice is anything to go by. Let's see what Norris has got for us. Just feels like, you watch this McLaren, it just feels like it's on fucking rails, bro. It never twitches, never steps out. Just fucking on rails all the time. Okay, 0.028 quicker than Leclerc, first sector. And again, you'd expect it to kind of build and build. McLarens are good on their tyres as well. But also, if the tyres are going off that much in the third sector, it's showing, obviously, the soft tyre probably isn't a race tyre. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't expect anyone to be running. Wowee! 0.5 up. Jesus! What the fuck? Lando Norris comes through and we have a 16-0. Fuck me! My God! What? Guys, that is insane. That is so quick. That's insane. That car is an absolute rocket ship, man. Ooh, got a bit wide there. Got a bit wide. So even so, without that, you're probably looking at sub 16. Here's Carlos Sainz. What's he done now? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, that's why the yeah, I think that's why there was a yellow flag. I mean, look, it's interesting, isn't it? Like, it's very clear that McLaren are a step ahead of everyone else. You actually know. Do you want to know my favorite thing about? No, we're talking about being on camera earlier. Do you want to know my favorite thing about when people are on camera? You know, when people are on camera at a race and they see themselves on the TV, they always try and get a picture of it, and they're never quick enough. They're never quick enough. Like, every time you see like someone in the crowd, they see themselves, and you see them like just try and get their phone up. What's going on here? Try and get their phone up, and it's never in time. It's never in time. And I love it. I'm a hater. Like, that's such like a sad thing to find hilarious. Wow. Piastri 27.977, 0.22 off his teammate in the second sector. Here we go. I'll answer your question, Mo, in a second. Let's see what Oscar Piastri has for us. Soft tyres coming through. Oh, all the track, 1.5 tenths off. Interesting. I'm not lying to you. Like, mate, also as well, like Oscar Piastri's partner just trying to fucking chill in the back. Oh my god, now my business is everywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, leave the guys alone. Charles Leclerc. Woo-wee! This track is rubbering in nicely. 27.9, so that's like about 700 off what Piastri did. Someone's gone quicker than that. I need to get the fucking timings up, bro. Alex Albon. What the fuck is going on? Alex Albon with the quickest first sector. And then we go 1/10 off in the second sector. But I feel like... Fucking hell, here we go. Final corner on Leclerc. 2/10 off. Not bad. And then Alex Albon has fucking abandoned his lap. Okay. Looked to me like Boris exceeded track limits. It did a little bit, didn't it? Right. Mo will answer that question shortly. Jordan, if Norris McLaren win the title this year, would they have surpassed the Lewis legacy at McLaren? Oof. No. No. I don't. Oof. You can't do that. Alex Albon is I think, is this Bortoletto? Yeah, here's Bortoletto. Ooh, he goes wide as well. Right. Do I think? No, I don't think he would have. No. How many wins did Lewis get at McLaren? Lewis McLaren wins. 21 wins Lewis has got. How many wins has Lando Norris got? Eight. So, I mean, I just think for me, it's a tough one, isn't it? I think he'd have to win another one to surpass his legacy, personally. But I'm not a McLaren fan. I think that's a question for Mo and the McLaren guys. It's a really good question. I honestly feel as if I think what's cool about Norris is that he's been with them when they were bad, and then kind of he could have left, stayed, and kind of built with them to go. But I just think the Lewis story with Ron and, you know, everything that was, and like the history that they made with him in the car, the iconic livery. I just think that Lewis is, but I feel like Lewis's McLaren tenure gets forgotten because of the Mercedes domination. So yeah, it's an very interesting question. I'll ask Mo that actually. I'll ask Mahad. Sorry, really good question. Mo, I'll come back to that because that is something that happens 100%. Let's look at this leaderboard then. Lewis, 4 tenths off Charles, which is not great. Lando Norris here. Ooh, big look up. Ooh, chuck those tires in the motherfucking bin. Oh my God. Get rid of those tires, Landos. You're not going to need those anymore. I've got this. Sorry, I'm just trying to sign into F1 TV so I can get the live timing up. Do I think that F1 bigwigs have a say in which car dominates and turning a blind eye to rules being broken by the right team? Yes, I do. I think we saw that with. I don't actually. I just think sometimes. Look, FIA used to be called Ferrari International Assistance or something like that, right? Because the FIA bended to all of the rules that they aided and abetted Ferrari. We saw, if you watch the Senna documentary and you see, the first Senna Prost incident in Japan at Suzuka, and you see how basically Prost had the French FIA president at the time wrapped around his little finger. We've seen how Red Bull have had the FIA and Mohammed Ben Sulayem wrapped around their little finger. Let's see if that changes with Horner going. So for me, I think that for sure, we've had technical directives used to peg team backs. We've had, rule changes. We've had all kinds of things, right, used to help one team or another. So I think if you look at the way Verstappen's driven, it's only recently that he's been clamped down on it. And I'm not saying that, Red Bull or the FIA, I'm not saying that they're in collusion, but for the betterment of the show, it made sense to not punish Max Verstappen when he was on the come up, right? But now he's champion and they realize, we need to fucking mix it up. All of a sudden, we're seeing Max Verstappen being penalised for things that maybe he wasn't penalised before, things he should have been penalised for in the first place. And I think it's funny, like, Verstappen fans were very much like the underdogs, and they enjoyed underdog privileges, which was, getting all of the calls from, they wanted someone that wasn't Lewis's champion. So 2021, they changed the rake. There's a rake technical directive, which basically turned Mercedes from being the fastest car by like half a second to on a par with Red Bull, or Red Bull being quicker. You have all of the decisions made throughout that season. They now are getting a taste of that medicine, right? And they hate it. Oh my God. They hate it. But that's what happens when you're champion. And you're champion for a long time, they want to start clawing you back. So I just think, I think essentially, I do think they do it, and I think it's interesting when they do it, and the reactions to it, for sure. Right, Charlotte Leclerc's gone out on some mediums. I'm just looking at the sector times for the quickest laps. So, oh God, this is not making sense to me at all. Right, so Lewis, if you compare Lewis's time to, mate, this is not making sense to me. Sorry, I can't read it. I can't read it. My dyspraxic ass is struggling with that. But his sector times compared to Charles, I just feel like that last sector is really struggling to keep the tires in, and that's going to be a big thing this weekend. It's going to be a massive thing. Big lock up from Lewis. Throw those in the motherfucking bin! Oh my God, look at that flat stop. Look at that flat stop. Oh my God, look at the fucking marbles being shredded. That's insane. 10 minutes to go. Norris and Piastri first. I mean, they are just honestly like, they are just in a different fucking planet, bro. Like, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Hopefully they'll be able to race this weekend and there won't be team orders like there was last year. How pathetic was that? Do you guys remember that? Do you remember the McLarens last year? Lando, think of the children. So yeah, we're interested. Hadjar though, I love that. Rookie of the season. Let's talk about Isaac Hadjar. Like, rookie of the season by far. Team LH Presidente, CEO, chairman of the board of Team LH, Isaac Hadjar. Like, that is my fucking bruv. I love that kid. I love that kid. Mo, surely it's Ferrari's turn to dominate once again. FYI, surely know the numbers do coverage and get a Ferrari dominate again. I think so. I think a good thing is that, like, no more ground effect cars. Maybe that will help Lewis. He's not loved the what do you call it? Ground effect era. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. Arivetta, take care. Have a lovely day. Horner ousted for now, Gag. What other TPs have that much sway and political strength? Well, there's not many. There's not many now. You're looking at Toto Wolff, probably the most influential TP on the grid now, if I was going to be honest. Probably followed by Zach Brown, and then Fred. As those three are like the big three, and obviously Red Bull as well. You've got to remember though, like Jonathan Wheatley was a part of Red Bull, and like clearly was able to manipulate the race director during the 2021 season. I'm trying to think. And Matteo Binotto's in Sauber as well. So, you know, I don't know what influence they'd need to wield, but that could be a thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so let's see. This Red Bull is absolutely shite. Like, these numbers I'm seeing, 8/10 off on the softs, Tsunoda in 17th on the softs. I'm looking at their race pace now. What was that? So that's a 1:22.8. For comparison, Stroll has done a 1:22.7. Albon's done 1:22.2 on the hard tyre. Behrman 1:28.3. Sainz 122.9 on the hard tire. Like, do you know what I mean? Like these Colapinto 122.4. So like, I don't know. I mean, it's not, obviously we don't know tires and fuel, and I don't know how many laps he's been around on that, but it's not setting the world on fire, that Red Bull. And if we remember, this was the scene last season of the Max Verstappen meltdowns of all meltdowns. My God, that was hilarious. Do you remember that? Him and GP just arguing on the radio. Max Verstappen just like going off and going off and going off. Oh, take me back. Oh yeah, then there was the collision with Lewis. My God, what a guy. What a guy. Patty, hello, how's it going? Welcome back. You know what I'm looking forward to having after this, as we watch Ocon go through the chicane? A nice cup of tea, bruv. Oh, cup of tea. Do you guys drink tea? How do you have your tea, if you have tea? I want to see who are the real tea drinkers in here, bruv. Me, strong, dash of milk, 1 sugar. Do you know what I mean? Might be sweet enough, but we can always be sweeter. Builder's tea, bruv. Brexit means Brexit. Yorkshire tea bags. Don't fuck about. Do you know what? I'll tell you now, yeah. As we're talking about tea. Hello, Heather. So glad you're doing a watch long. Absolute pleasure. When someone serves you a cup of tea and it's a bad cup of tea, I almost feel like that's disrespectful. Like, do you know what I mean? I almost feel like you might as well come up to me and just slapped me in the face. Just slap me in the face. In fact, get that tea, that fucking dishwater looking tea, and just fucking throw it in my face. You might as well. That's how I feel about bad tea. Oh my God. Do not serve me dishwater looking tea. I'll dash that out your hand. Patty, well, congratulations to Patty. Round of applause for Patty submitting the thesis. Oh gosh. Patty! Patty! Well done. Congratulations. Guilt-free. What was your thesis on? But congratulations. AJ, strong and sweet. Love that. Duchies, I have my tea with 2 sugars, no milk. Ooh, black tea. Connoisseur. I can't do it. I can't do the black tea. Like, I love tea. I just love, you know what? It's the process of it as well. It's the process of it. And like, do you know what I mean? You know them people that have like the tea machine? I can't do that. I don't want a tea machine. I don't even like where they've got the taps where it's boiling hot water that comes out. I like to build my tea. Fucking, like you build a good F1 lap. Like, do you know what I mean? You gotta fucking build to it. Build to it. I wanna boil my kettle. Whilst that's going, get my mug. Put that down. Get the fucking... Oh! What's your order? My order. Get the tea bag. Put the tea bag in. Kettle's boiled. Fucking put that in. Stir it around. Maybe let it wait. If I've not got time, fucking couple of... Do you know what I mean? Push it up against the edge of the cup. Then the milk. Stir. Then the sugar. Stir. I know some people... I know the missus. She puts the sugar in with the tea bag and then pours. Not something that I would do, personally. Some people put the milk in with the tea bag and the sugar. Just fucking put it in again. not for me. I like to separate my processes. It's a labor of love. Like, do you know what I mean? Where there is tea, there is hope. And you've got to love your cup of tea, because then it will love you back. Amen. Huh? Can't believe I just went off about tea. Oh my God. I was supposed to try English tea with honey and cream. Oh my God, I was. Right. I'm going to get it for qualifying tomorrow. Because my voice. I'm going to get it for qualifying tomorrow. I promise. Honey and cream. And if this is butters, oh my God. Tea, West Indian culture, right? Kenyan. So I do know about the art of a good brew. Colonialism done a number on us. I'm from Zimbabwe, bruv. The British. If there's one thing them guys left with us, it was a cup of tea. I'm in the US. People was like, why are you drinking so much tea? They don't get it. Do you have a kettle? That's what I wanted to ask. Obviously, because like they just don't use kettles. So do you have a kettle over there? When I moved in, I'm not gonna lie, I was having cups of tea using the microwave, and then I was like, I can't do that. So then I was using like a pot on the hob and like pouring in for like 3 months. I didn't have a kettle. It was really bad. I don't know why. You know, when you just get used to something, and like, oh, but then it's like, this is not good, not good. Earl Grey, no milk, brown sugar from Guyana. I'm not a fan of Earl Grey. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Earl Grey. You know what it is about Earl Grey? It's nice, but I need more. I need more. That's my only thing with Earl Grey. I need more, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. My tea ritual is valid, bruv. I love fucking tea, bro. I love tea. Tea bag in a microwave whilst the water boils, then add the water and sugar for me. Oh, you warming your milk in the fucking, oh my God. I've never heard anyone do that. Wow. That is a next fucking routine on the tea. I'm not gonna lie, Em. I'm not gonna. Em. That is a bit of a madness there, but fair play. We have them, but they aren't common. Starbucks is what we do nowadays. Yeah, you guys, look, if America loves one thing, it's coffee. My God. Americans love coffee. And fair play. Like, I can't do coffee. It's too much for me. Right, let me get the timings up. Let's see what's going on. You've mentioned milk and tea bag in the microwave whilst the water boils, then add the water and sugar. That's a bit mad. That's a bit mad, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie. No one does that. But fair play, I respect it. Right. Best laps. So we've got Norris 116.0 plus 1019 Piastri. So we've literally got what 200ths of a second behind Piastri. Leclerc 2 tenths off, and then like it's a big gap. Hadjar Hamilton. So hopefully in that time we'll get some ideas of what has been ailing Lewis in that car. I mean, 5 tenths off Charles, pretty much 7 tenths off first. So we're gonna need to improve over the next phases. But I'm calm. I'm gonna call it there. Because all of this tea talk has had me needing a cup of tea. Okay, so I'm gonna skedaddle. Thank you for watching this with me. I'll be back for FP2. Is he running? Oh, Reaper, he is running a different wing. So maybe that's a different wing. So maybe we'll see if that's the difference in there. But I'll see you for FP2, guys. I'll be on about 15 minutes before it starts. I love you. In a bit. Take care. Much love. Mwah. In a bit. Keep it on the black stuff. All of them things there. Oh, stop.